Good Friday morning to you. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchers. This is your outlook for March 21st, 2014. And starting off with today, and we have high pressure that's to our south here. That's going to continue to sink off to the southeast, and that's going to allow for some warm air to return to the region. And temperatures are going to be in the low to mid 50s across most of the area today. And this system here, this high pressure sitting over the Carolinas, is going to continue to sink off to the southeast. And the return wind flow is going to be around to the southwest there once it does so. And we also have a system here that's moving from the Great Lakes into central New York here. This is going to be on Saturday, and you can see that system here. The cold front is extending way back here like this, and this is going to push through during the day on Saturday. But ahead of it, winds are going to be out of the southwest, and again, we're going to get to temperatures warming to 60 degrees in many locations, or into the 60s. Down here by Philadelphia, you might get into the mid 60s in the Philadelphia metro and South Jersey, but very warm day ahead of this cold front on Saturday. May touch off a shower in some locations, but most areas do remain rain-free on Saturday. But you can see that GFS is trying to put a shower here across our northern locations here on Saturday. Moving ahead beyond that, temperatures will drop back down on Sunday, and a system is going to pass to our south here. This is Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. and here is the evening hours. Now the GFS is showing this as snow here across our southern areas here, but I wouldn't get too excited about this because our 32 degree line is actually up further north than this. Here's actually a 35 degree line. So everything south of here will be warmer than that, and we'll have to just keep an eye on it just in case you have a passing rain or snow shower across Delaware and South Jersey. But I think much of this is not a big deal as this continues to pass off to the south. Beyond that, the temperatures will get a lot colder during the week. As we start off Monday and Tuesday, we of course are going to be watching for a big storm potential here on Tuesday, and two different systems here that we're looking at. One is a northern stream system that is sitting back over the Ohio Valley here. Another one is coming up off the southeastern U.S. coastline. Now the models are handling this a little bit differently, but and the GFS seems the most lost with this system, and that's typical of this kind of system. This is a Miller A or a nor'easter, and GFS does not handle these systems very well. So it's especially with phasing of the northern and the southern streams of the jet stream. And so the GFS is the most progressive with the southern stream, and therefore takes the system well out to sea here, which is still a plausible idea, not impossible. But you see what the GFS does here, brings absolutely nothing to our area except maybe a few snow showers, and that's mostly northern stream driven as it does so. But it really wraps up the system well offshore, whereas the other models are starting to put a system a little bit closer to the coast here, probably about halfway between here. So the GFS is the furthest east with this and is the most progressive solution. We're not siding with this. We're actually siding with a foreign model look to this here. Now here's the Canadian, and this is the most recent run of the Canadian that we have. It does have some light snow showers over here on Tuesday evening, but we're going to take this a little bit further here, and you're going to see this storm just really wrap up here. And you can see how much further west it is. It's actually a 980 millibar showing here, about 125 miles or so east of Atlantic City. So in order for this area, for our area, to get a big impact of snowfall, a big nor'easter type system, you would have to have this low pressure sitting right about here. And right now it's a little bit too far east, and then 50 miles makes a big difference between who gets what here. So this storm gets really wrapped up, and then it pushes off to the northeast into New England here. It gets really wrapped up and actually drills Boston here on the Canadian. Move over to the European model. This is the model that would handle the best statistically, best statistically at handling a northern stream system. So we're going to take a look at this here. This is the system that's just like everything else, forming off the southeastern United States. Very next frame here. This is 24 hours apart here. It goes from this to this. Okay, so you basically have a system that's sitting right here off the Carolina coast and just takes a path up here like this in this direction here. It gets really wrapped up again and throws a ton of moisture back here into the coastal plain here. The ensembles are actually a little bit closer to the coast. Actually pull a system that's up here like this, and very strong on the ensembles as well. So this is something that definitely bears watching. The European model, of course, is the best model we have for this kind of system, and it's no surprise it's being the most aggressive with snowfall with this storm here with a nor'easter. And the trend has been to continue to move this thing northwest here, and we're going to have model analysis on this system, during the day on, actually the overnight periods. This will be updated since the video ran, and you'll have to check the latest model guide or model analysis that we do overnight to see what changes happen for the overnight period. One thing we're going to be looking at to see if this is going to be a big system or not, you have basically a split flow pattern. That's why the models are have a difference of opinion right now. You have a southern jet that's kind of going like this, northern jet's up here like this, and what this is going to do is eventually phase these two streams together. And how that's going to happen, as I'm going to move this a little bit forward here, this is all going to be dependent on this ridge and the ridge placement. And you see the ridge out here in the west here. We showed this in the video last night. What goes up must come down, and that will allow these two streams, the northern and southern branch, to phase at some point, and put a big storm out here on the eastern side of the trough. So that's what we're looking for. And the GFS is very progressive with it, and progressive meaning the southern stream is actually running out ahead of the northern stream. So when this thing does phase, it does so, but it does it well offshore. It's going to phase this thing way out here, and of course that's way too far east for a big impact for our area. And you can see that here. Here's that big dip in the jet stream here, and this is when this thing starts to phase and ramp up here. But our system's way out here offshore. And that's why you're seeing that progressive solution with the GFS. Again, that southern stream is just running way out ahead of the northern stream. And if it does slow down, like the European model and the ensemble show, we will have a bigger storm close to the coast. And some of those ensemble members are actually showing it really tucked into the coast here. So this does have room to come northwest yet, and we do think that's going to end up happening over the next couple model cycles. But we're going to continue to monitor it, and please follow the Facebook page for the links to the latest model analysis that we'll be providing every 12 hours. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Marchers. That is your outlook for March 21st, 2014. Have a great Friday.